Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem Al Shai, Shem Kakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 and rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Let's see what the Spirit takes me. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, The Least of the Flock Shall Draw Them Out, and the 10 Horns Shall Hate the Whore. I'm going to let this play. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this and you can see the closed caption. This is Sabby Sabs. I call her Sexy Sabs. Okay, I'm sorry. As you guys know, there have been 50 ships that are part of the Freedom Flotilla that set sail to Gaza. And the reason is, if you've been keeping with the news, the Israeli government, the IDF, Israeli government, not the people, just the government, they're pretty much starving out the people of Gaza, the civilians, under the guise of they're Hamas. No, they're not Hamas. You got old people that are not Hamas. You got women that are pregnant, or babies, infants, toddlers, and so forth. They're not members of Hamas. So this is really a G word. It's a G thing. But the United States or American media doesn't show it. What's going on is a G thing. I'm speaking in code. Anyway, so now what you're going to find out is, I quoted two scriptures. I didn't go to them. This is in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 49. Also, I quoted Revelation 17. The verse starts at the 12th verse down about the 15th or so verse. I may go to it in a little while, where it says the 10 horn show, the 10. Let me go to it so I can read it. I mean, this could be World War III right here. Give me a second. I want to go to it so I can read it verbatim. Revelation 17. I'll go to 15. Now, according to this act, this event, NATO nations should wipe the I nation out. Got to speak in code. So let me go 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. The beast consists of the EU and NATO. These shall hate the whore. The whore is Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. The fire are the missiles. These are NATO/EU nations. And the reason why you might say, well, the 10 horns are the EU nations, not the NATO nations. Well, the NATO nations, EU nations are also, not all of them, but most of them are also NATO nations. So like Spain, Italy, those are 2 members of the EU and also 2 members of NATO. So now NATO was formed over the threat of Russia. This was after World War II. This came about in 1949. 1949. Then you had the EU nations come about in 1958. So we're in that time. Where this all hell's gonna break loose. So the NATO alliance, the EU was set up between strictly European nations to be, it's almost like United States. Well, this is the United States of Europe. They have the same money system. If you're an EU nation, you deal with, what do you call them? Euros. And I believe the euro came about in, what was it, 89, something like that. I can go to it. Somebody help me out. Anyway, so there was a bringing together of the EU. By the way, a bringing together of the EU nations. 1957, 1958, they got the charter. 57 when they had the meeting. And this was through the Treaty of Rome. There's a Treaty of Rome or Treaty at Rome. Look it up. Matter of fact, I'll go into that in a minute. See, these Christians, they get, oh, you're not the Israelites, and you guys, and you going off, and it's a false doctrine. But guess what? You don't know the prophecies. You thought that Jesus was going to come and save your asses. And we laughed at it, and we did videos saying he ain't coming. That white man ain't coming. Because you don't know the prophecies. Dummies. Especially guys like God Logic and Vocab Malone. When they roll up on you, switch the narrative, you control the narrative, or just leave. Say you want to have a debate, we're controlling the narrative, all right? You need us, we're the A side, nigga. So go into prophecy. Vocab doesn't know prophecy. He doesn't know prophecy. He couldn't break this down if his life depended upon it. Let's read it again. And this is beautiful, man. Now, Elazar made a statement, which we got on him. This was 9 months ago, and he cursed us out for it. He made a statement on, I think, the No Jump or whatever, and he said, the interviewer, which I forget the guy's name, he made his good videos of Jake, the dark skin, big heavy set Jake, got a slight accent. I believe he asked a question, well, when is this thing going to come? When is the Lord going to come? When is the kingdom going to come? And if I remember correctly, Elazar said it can come anytime in next year, 6 months from now. It could be 1,000 years from now. No, it's not 1,000. And we jumped on him about it, and he got mad. He had no reason to get mad because he got corrected. He got rebuked. Because you mean to tell me this prophecy, this is during our time. We're in the book of Revelation, if they didn't tell you. We're in the book of Revelation. We're part of the book of Revelation. If you get that chip, you are part of the fulfillment. John, on the Isle of Patmos, John the Apostle, probably saw your black ass getting a chip. You know? Especially to you niggas that fell off. Anyway, I'm sorry. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, 10 horns of EU, now there's over 30 of them. The beast is the NATO nations, which were formed, 8 years before the EU was formed, right? These shall hate the whore. Who's the whore? Who's the whore? Don't even ask chat, but I'm gonna ask chat anyway. I'm gonna trick chat. And shall make her desolate. Desolate means a desert. And naked. Nothing is going to be in it. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That fire is talking about, this is all in code. Remember, you got to speak in code. The scripture speak in code. This is why Vocab can't get it, because this is in code. This is why God Logic can't get it, because it's in code. Dr. James White, the Edomite, can't get it, because this is code. Now, Dr. James White, when I'm the one that called him Dr. James White, the Edomite, he said, I'm not an Edomite. You might not be, but I did it to get under your skin. Except for, because he could be a Jake, for the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. So the Most High is working here. And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, That's a merger, right? The EU nations and the beast nations, they're part of that beast. Until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, America, U.S., which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Hey, Trump says something. People kind of go with it. They hate him, but he sets the trend throughout the whole planet Earth. Every nation out there is talking about Trump. What's Trump going to do? So now, let's do this. Let's go back to Sexy Sabs. Let's listen to that again. Oh, we done figured out, we know the backstory of the whole Charlie Kirkland thing. We done figured that whole thing out. That's old news. Okay, 50 ships that are part of the Freedom Flotilla that set sail to Gaza to feed them, to deliver humanitarian aid. Well, Israel has been striking them. Striking them meaning what? Using drones and shooting projectiles at them. Using drone attacks. And by the way, it's going to mention the nations, two of the nations. They have been targeted attack-wise, military-wise, multiple times. So you can't, as they get closer and closer to Gaza, what does this have to do with Italy and Spain? Let's start with Italy. First of all, the first I had to stop it is when I said, let me do a video. The flotilla ships came to Gaza to give humanitarian aid, soap, water, food, clothes, whatever, doctors, whatever. So Israel's saying, nope, attack them. Somebody's saying it, right? Attack them, right? Spain and Italy jumps in the fray. Now, what's supposed if they attack Spain or Italy? Guess what? All the NATO nations have to wipe Palestine off the face of the earth, which includes the island, country. But this is not going to happen because the mark of the beast has to come first. Okay? So it says, what does this have to do with Italy and Spain? Let's start with Italy. First of all, let's do this. Let's do this. A list of NATO nations. Okay. It's worth a Google. So Spain and Italy came to the aid of this flotilla, humanitarian flotilla. What did I say? Founded in 1949. As of 2004, NATO has 32 member nations. So we got Italy, and we got, where the hell is Spain hiding? Spain's supposed to be a NATO nation, unless it's just an EU nation. Okay, it's right here. It gives you the years that they became. 1982, Spain became a part of NATO. These are the initial nations, by the way. Let me see some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have give me a second, y'all. You have trying to put this together. If you go to the flag, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. But anyway, Italy, Sabi Sabs mentioned, right? In Spain. Spain came along in 1982. These are the original nations a part of the NATO alliance, 1949. Why did Spain come along? Because they're part of prophecy. Germany, a part of prophecy. Greece, a part of prophecy. These are all European, so-called white. Sweden. See? So we know that, and I proved it right here. I pulled up the Google. Italy and Spain are NATO nations. Let me do this. NATO definition. Let's see what comes up. NATO stands for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, a political and military alliance of 32 member countries, including Canada and the U.S. They were initial members, primarily from the North America and Treaty, Canada and the U.S. Europe, established in 1949, it functions on the principle of collective defense. Collective defense. Collective defense. What does that mean? Let's say a foreign country hits Germany. They declare war on Germany. Guess what? All the NATO nations got to come together and fight against the opposing enemy. The Ukraine been begging on their knees, on bended knees, to be a part of NATO. They keep rejecting them. Why? Because as soon as they become members, all the NATO nations got to get involved, and that's Third World War. That's the reason why they ain't called that. They're not part. Poland is a member of NATO. Poland is a member of NATO. I'm sorry. Established in 1949, it functions on the principle of collective defense, meaning an attack on one member, Italy. So if Israel attacks Italy and or Spain, it's on. They got to wipe Palestine off the face of the globe. It functions on the principle of collective defense, meaning an attack on one member is considered an attack on all. Its original purpose was to counter the threat of the Soviet Union during the Cold War. That was after World War II. Because the former USSR was a powerful military nation, right? And it was behind defeating Germany. Remember, Russia, the USSR was allied with the US to fight against Germany. Now Germany is a part of the NATO nations in alliance with America, Canada, and the rest of those nations, and the rest of them. And it has since evolved to promote stability, freedom, and security through cooperation, meaning we're going to make you secure. So if any, it went from we're bringing this alliance together in case powerful Russia, which is a world power, a military power, if they attack one of us, they attacked all of us, right? So then it went to any nation. If China attacks, NATO nations got to come. Originally it was set up against Russia. Now it's set up against any nation that attacks them outside of their alliance. So if Israel attacks Italy or Spain in any way, they get wiped off the face of the planet Earth. So you got to keep your eyes open. This is why we don't pay no fucking Christians no mind, because the Christian don't know a motherfucking thing. The fuck do they know? The fuck's your problem? So now, let's come on back. And for you dudes out there, that I ain't got a topic to go to. You ain't did a video in 3 months. I ain't got no topic. Guess what? You gonna be part of the next topic, nigga, when the Most High pushes your ass out. And there's a spurt of guys in the main camp that's leaving. One brother just left. He just left. He just fucking left. Fuck it. He been in this thing from the beginning. Spent 15 plus years in this thing and just left. Guess what? He gonna get a chip. He gonna get a chip. If you leave, if you turn your back on this chip, on this, if you turn this, I got chips on the brain. not literally. If you turn your back on this truth, you're gonna get a chip. So let's come on back. So forget about some Charlie Kirkland, man. That's a small matter. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Okay, here she go. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, what does this have to do with Italy and Spain? Let's start with Italy. Italy has decided to intervene, and so has Spain. They are two NATO nations, if you forgot. They are sending warships. They are sending warships to apparently help the Freedom Flotilla guys. I'm telling you, Israel has bit off more than they can chew. Let's get it. Now, please attack the Spanish warship, the Spanish or the Italian warship, please. In my Sergeant Waters voice, please. Because once that happens, all they got to say, that's Article 5. That's Article 5. Let me go into that. Let me just put in Article 5. I'm not going to put in NATO Article 5. Is it Article 5? Is that what it's called? Give me a second, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me bring this back. I don't want to read a whole article. Okay, give me a second here. NATO Article 5 is the principle of collective defense, stipulating that an armed attack against one member of the alliance, Spain, we got Spain and Italy sending warships, is considered an attack against all members. The Allies agreed to assist the attacked member by taking action individually or with others as they deem necessary to restore and maintain security, even if they got to blow something up. Article 5 has only been invoked once in NATO's history following 9/11 terrorist attack on the United States, which we all know the backstory to that. You that are in the know. Okay. Article 5, and they mention that when Russia first invaded Ukraine, they kept mentioning Article 5, NATO Article 5, NATO Alliance Article 5. If Russia was to hit one missile go off and hit Poland, that's on. World War III, Armageddon. Let's come on back. I'm sorry. Has bit off more than they can chew. Let's get into it. Italy and Spain are sending warships to assist the international aid flotilla, trying to take aid to Gaza. It came under, after it came under a drone attack. Now, did they call Trump? Because now Trump going to have to do some explaining. Global Sima Flotilla is using about 50 civilian boats. Civilian. They're attacking civilians. You can't use the anti-Sep no more. Everybody waking up to your motherfucking asses. I'm talking about the government. Get me? Many lawyers and activists, including Swedish climate campaigner Greta Thunberg. If she's on there and they kill her, oh, it's on. Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. And, are on. This is a classic, by the way. Y'all gotta make copies of this video I'm doing. I'm getting down. I don't like to, pat myself on the back, but I'm getting down. You gotta admit it. Yes, Apostle Tahar, you are getting down. Getting down. You gotta have fun with this. Campaign Greta, but I'm a lot excited. Forget about a little. I'm a lot excited, right? Because I want to see what fucking Nero gonna do. I want to see what Nero gonna do. I'm not talking about Nero going to do. I'm gonna see what Nero gonna do. Greta Thunberg are on board. An Italian frigate was sent on Wednesday. And I know Benji didn't get on the phone with Trump. I know he did. He just went ahead and did it. What you did was some fucked up shit. And if they don't do nothing about it, if they don't wipe this motherfucker off the map, provided that any of these vessels get attacked, then it's all bullshit. We see in your world, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. What's going to end this thing? The missiles, the ICBMs, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, World War III, Armageddon. Let me see. Said it was targeted by drones in international, and that's not a good thing. International waters, outside of your jurisdictional waters, by drones in international waters of Greece. So Greece said, no, it's all you're good. The flotilla blamed Israel for the attack. Now watch what they're going to do. They're going to deny it. They're going, it was a mistake. Can't do that no more. Can't do that shit no more. This shit is wearing thin. Everybody's waking up to you. For the attack in which the drones dropped stun grenades. That's an attack. You can die by a stun grenade. And itching powder. These dudes are diabolical. No one was hurt. But it was an attack, whether they was hurt or not. An act of war is when another nation A shoots a missile at nation B and misses. That's an act of war. If somebody in the street swung at me, I got a right to fuck him up. Because they can say, did he hit you? No, he swung at me, I ducked. He swung at me again. I said, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then all of a sudden I hit him with a left hook. I hit him with a left hook to the head and a left hook to the liver, and come up with a uppercut, a right uppercut, to his chin, and then another left hook to the jaw and knock his ass out clean cold and kill his ass. Guess what? Self-defense. He never hit you. He swung at me 2 times. He attempted to hit me. So this is hot. It's getting hot. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said on Wednesday Spain would be sending a warship in case the Spanish nationals and the other abroad needed assistance or rescue. Okay, well, we are we are stressed a little bit, but that's an attack. So World War III should commence. That's an attack. Let's see. Let's wait for Nettie's statement. Let's wait for Trump's statement, and or whoever represents them. Well, we are stressed a little bit. A Spanish lawmaker is on board the flotilla. Have to pause this part and let me bring this back. I'm sorry. Have to pause this part here and then come back because they show the strike, which we can't show on here, but he is one of the ones that on board. So let come back, put here, yay. Yeah, it has been a crazy nightmare yesterday. The Israeli foreign minister did not respond. Yeah, they thinking of something what to say now. Okay, Israeli foreign minister, we have another proposal for the Hamas Samud flotilla. If this is not about provocation and serving Hamas, that's what the key words. They're provoking us, and they're doing it because they're working for. No, this is looking bad. This is looking real bad, and this is not going to be on CNN. It's not going to be on Fox. It's not going to be on MSNBC. You are welcome to upload any aid you might have at any port. Unload. I'm sorry, a nearby country outside Israel from Gaza is outside of Israel, right? From which it can be transferred peacefully to Gaza. Israel will not allow vessels to enter an active combat zone, allows international waters, and will not allow the breach of a lawful naval blockade. Is this about aid or about provocation? So they're putting that thing out. They're not about, they don't give a damn about the people of Gaza. It's looking bad. It's looking bad, man. You got somebody that's doing bad shit. You got your people. You got a guy that come to your house. Every time this motherfucker come to your house, there's shit missing out your house. It only makes sense that it's that nigga. Directly to accusation, it sent the drones. It repeated for the flotilla to drop humanitarian aid at an Israeli port, leaving it to Israel authorities to take it to Gaza. Israel, they're going to destroy it. Accused the flotilla activists of complicity or compliance with the Hamas militant group. They're working with Hamas. Now they got to prove it. This is looking real bad. This is looking real bad. Defense Minister, whatever Gasso said on Thursday, Italy couldn't guarantee the safety of Italian and other countries' territorial waters. All right, let's go ahead and pop out here for just a second. So Italy and Spain's position are a little bit different. I do want to show that to you. From what I understand, Italy is trying to encourage the Freedom Flotilla to give the humanitarian aid to them. Meanwhile, Spain has a more bold approach, and Spain has also done something else, which also is breaking news in regards to Israel. So Reuters, Italy urges Gaza flotilla to hand over aid after drone attack. Urges Gaza flotilla to hand over aid after drone attack. So this is what I think you know. Some people got excited because they said, oh, Italy is going to intervene. But it sounds like to me Italy is trying to get them to hand over the aid, not help them continue the journey. We'll get into Freedom Flotilla. Reuters said urged international flotilla to hand over its aid. Because more information. So anyway, you can watch the rest of this. So I read the Article 5. Also went into, I showed you on Google that both Spain and Italy are members of NATO. Some of them members, I believe Spain and Italy are also members of the EU. Okay? So they are part of the 10 horns. So when it says they shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and eat her flesh as it was, with make her naked and eat her flesh with fire, it's talking about they're going to shoot missiles on America too. So this thing is getting hot. This thing is getting hot. Anyway, I'm going to close it on this. Shalom.